Welcome back to Tuning In. This is a very special series where I'm bringing you real, live, intuitive soul sessions so you can experience this work from the inside. These are one-on-one coaching sessions, not readings, where I work directly with someone using my mind, body, spirit method, combining mindset coaching, nervous system and body awareness, intuitive guidance, and energy work. The intention here isn't just to talk about tuning in, it's to show you what it actually looks like to move through blocks, access what's in the blind spot, and create real shifts in real time. Each session is completely unscripted. I don't do any research beforehand. Everything you hear is what's coming through in the moment. These sessions are here to give you a deeper understanding of what conscious coaching really is. If you're listening, there's something here for you too. And if you're feeling called to experience this work for yourself, you can find out more about intuitive soul sessions, the mind, body, spirit method, and conscious coaching in the show notes. You'll also find details on how to book a session, or if you're feeling called to learn how to do this work for yourself or others, you can explore the conscious coaching certification program there as well. All right, let's tune in. Before each intuitive soul session, we move through a preparation to work behind the scenes, connecting with spirit, the high self, and spirit team to ground, clear, receive, and protect the energy. While this isn't shared in the episode, it allows the session to unfold from a neutral, safe, and fully supported space. All right, so let's see. Did you want to put an intention forward now, or do you want me to just see kind of what comes forward?
I want to see what comes forward, I think.
Okay, let's do that first. Okay, so I didn't mention this at the beginning, but I use a pendulum as a tool as well as intuition, and I have some charts that I use for further, for going a little bit deeper. And so we'll start in that direction here. So I'm just going to check in here. So the first thing that's actually coming through is ancestral healing. So typically when I see ancestral healing, it's quite obvious what that means typically, but especially when I see this coming through, and actually in your case, I am getting that this is something that you're aware of already. It's not, in your blind spot. It's something that you're working on and fully aware, you're aware that, okay, there are some patterns and there are some things that I've been carrying from my ancestors that I've been taking on. And this is a very common thing for sure, but they're showing me, actually, it's interesting because your spirit team, you do have a lot of ancestors over there that are like, okay, they're cheering you on. There's a lot of support there for you. And they're also like, yeah, we had it pretty rough. So there's a lot of survival mode that's kind of showing up. And this feels like a theme that you've been probably working through a lot. I get the root chakra. Whenever I see root chakra, it's like, okay, safety, security, like finances, like home life, like the solid foundation of, are we going to be okay? And so, yeah, it's interesting because it's showing me that this is a pattern that, and it's not just a pattern, it is like, it's a way of being that you have carried over from your ancestors for generations, and something that they really struggled with. And they're showing me sort of this pathway. You're kind of the bridge between the really difficult times and creating a new path. There's like, okay, yes, you're taking on the energies from those times, but you don't have to. You get a choice. They didn't have a choice. You get to choose. And so and I'm sort of seeing this, they're showing me the frequency of the planet and, the 3-dimensional aspect of Earth back then with your ancestors. It was like the energy and the frequency wasn't as malleable. It was like, okay, this is how it is. This is This is what we have to do. We have to survive. We're going to do what we need to do. And now it's kind of moving into this space where there's a little bit more awareness of the co-creation aspect of things. So you have this ability to recognize, I'm carrying a lot of that from my ancestors, but now I get to say, I don't want to carry that anymore. I don't want to bring that into
It's so
what I
funny. I literally had that. Well, it was in regard to something at work, but I do actively do ancestor work like every single day. And literally, the phrase I had in my head today was, "I am no longer available to be the energetic equalizer. Like I can't. Like that needs to be somebody else now, or it needs to just drop, or whatever needs to happen now." So, so yes, validated completely.
okay.
But it's good to know that we are. I mean, I work with my team all the time, and I talk to the ancestors all the time. But it's good to hear somebody
Hey.
else say,
Well, I get to meet
"Yeah,
them today. So this is
yes,
so
great,
great. So they're showing me that, yeah, like you've been asking for help in, I don't want to carry this anymore. Like, now what do we do? So it is so fascinating to me that you're here today because I got the message. We're going to send that back to spirit today. We're going to let spirit take care of that for you because it's, you know what? As soon as you have the awareness and the recognition, is that a word?
sure,
Recognizing
yes,
that it's not for you to carry. It's not. It's not your job. And sometimes we feel like we have to take all of these things on. We have to work through them and sometimes we don't. And it's not
yeah,
like spiritual bypassing. It's like, actually, I'm done. I'm done and I want to focus on why I'm really here now. Like I've learned the lesson. Let's move on. I get it. Got it. Good. Now what? And that's what I'm kind of feeling. So they're showing me like they're kind of clapping in the background, like, yay, okay, let's do this. She's got there, she's doing it, and to keep that energy moving forward because there's so much available to you in this space of the word I get is possibility. When we can let go of the scarcity or we can let go of the uncertainties, it's like, what becomes possible for me? What can I start to
mm-hmm.
create? When we're like, okay, here's the fear, because the opposite of love and joy and freedom and all of those other higher vibrational energies really is like that fear. So when we can step out of that, it's like, okay, I'm here. I'm here to play. Like I'm here to like rock this now. Okay. So they just wanted me to acknowledge that first and foremost. So good for you. You're already like doing the work. We're going to just like amplify that first today. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So, and there's something else coming through, like as we start to talk about possibilities, I almost feel like there is something, I don't know if it's like been on your mind or something that you wanted to do or something that you've been like thinking about exploring. And it might be something a little bit different than what you typically do. And I'm not getting that this is like career wise, it's more so just like a hobby or something where you're like, oh, I just kind of want to try this on. I want to like explore this and like see what happens, like just for fun,
Mm-hmm.
not, yeah. Is there something specific that's like coming to mind?
I mean, it's a practice that I have, which is so I started. I'm a hobby hopper. I
Okay.
always have been, and so there was a period of time a couple years ago where I was like, well, some of these things I just haven't given any attention to. And so one of them, for instance, was painting, and it was just to work through the demon of not doing it. It wasn't to be like, I'm going to make beautiful masterpieces. It was just for brain and paint, and that's it. And it's very enjoyable. And it does actually exercise some demons because you realize it's not about any of that. So I do that all the I will sew for a bit, I'll paint for a bit, um I just bought a DJ like wiki
Okay.
situation. So I just do that. I just do that.
Okay. Yes. That is what I'm seeing. So a lot of, yeah, just like extracurricular kind of
Mm-hmm.
activities just for the fun of it. And I guess they're just showing me that, like, yes, keep doing that. Keep doing more of that and like play. And it's actually a really good outlet. and it allows you to create space in your mind, is kind of what they're showing me, but also like in your body. It's almost like energy work,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Sure.
painting aspect, the, DJing, whatever it is that you're doing. It's allowing energy to flow through you. It's like a spiritual practice is
Yeah,
kind of what they're showing
for
me. Yeah.
sure. No, for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, okay. Interesting. Do you have any pets?
Yes.
Okay. So something is coming forward. I just am looking at cast of characters. I have a chart that says cast of
Uh-huh.
characters, and pets are coming up. So
Okay.
your pets are very tied to the spiritual world.
Mm.
I don't know if you get that, or if they seem really tapped in to you. Is it dogs or cats?
It's a one dog.
One dog. Okay. Okay. So yeah, very close to you. I'm also getting the dog knows about the ancestors. So there's this like connection that the dog has with your guides.
Okay.
Um, is this a big dog or a little dog?
She's a medium big.
Medium big.
She's a
Okay.
greyhound border collie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I was getting it was a little bit on the bigger side of, like, as opposed to like a chihuahua or something
Right.
like that. Okay. So yeah, so she's also a form of like healing for you to
Mm-hmm.
energy work. She will take on a lot of like extra energies that might be in your field. So yeah, she likes to go for walks, like be outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like her favorite thing to do. So I'm getting that that's really good for her, because what happens is she's very empathic. And so she takes on whatever you're working through. And I'm getting that for her to let go of what she's carrying, she needs to just go for walks. So it's this beautiful sort of like flow of energy through your home, where it's like she will take that on with you to be there as like emotional support, energetic support with you. And then as long as she's getting inside for walks, she's able to clear that energy too. So it's like this really beautiful, beautiful thing. That you have. Yeah. Is she like kind of mid-age?
She's 15.
Oh, she's 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm
And
connecting with her energy.
nobody believes me when they see her. They
Okay.
never believe me.
Okay. She's like, I'm young. I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm good. Okay. Yeah. I'm really connecting in with her energy, which is really interesting because, yeah, she just is like really lovely. Really lovely.
She's
Okay.
very lovely. She showed up when I was in a terrible relationship and has been with me ever since.
Okay. Okay. That makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's like, her purpose in this life is you,
Mm.
basically. That's how that's what I'm getting. And she's like, I'm connected with her guides. I'm here as emotional support. Like, we are BFFs, and that is it. Nice. Okay. So that just wanted to go through too, which is kind of interesting. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so I am getting that we want to do a bit of energy clearing. So before we get into that, do you have any specific questions or things that you wanted to touch on? Because what we'll do with the energy clearing, so what comes up is there's some heavier energies in your field, and we'll do sort of a clearing towards the end of the session just so we can do it
Sure.
all in one haul. So yeah, is there something that you wanted to ask or tap into?
Sure. I mean, so many things. I guess what I would like is some information or validation around how I'm currently handling what I consider to be separating myself from those ancestral energies that still exist in my family. Um, to your point of being like, I have to be done with this now. Like I have to be done being the glue.
Mhm.
Um, And I know that we are not on the same page in terms of why this is happening, but I have had to, over time, just progressively, like, emotionally, energetically, just step away, step away, step away. And in sort of a non-contact kind of way, but also in a way, and you brought up the word safety, like my nervous system doesn't respond well to them. Like, on paper, my family are good people, but to be with them kind of hurts. And while I don't want that to be true, I have to accept that it is true, and I can do what I can do. But then there comes a point where I have to be like, that's all I can do, and the rest of this is yours. And I'm not really sure where they are with this. So I guess what I'm asking is, can spirit just tell me, like, this is being handled correctly, or is there something I should or should not do moving forward?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question. And so what I'm getting right off, like, first and foremost is the word protection. So at the end of the day, you have to protect you, right? You have to protect your energy. You have to do what's right for you. And that can be really difficult in family type situations, right? We lean into that, oh, the codependency, right? It starts to come through, and oh, well, like, I should do this because they are blood, and, all of this, and I feel bad, and the guilt and everything. And they just want you to know that you have to do what's right for you, and you can let go of the guilt or the shame in all of that, because that's what it feels like, sort of the underlying energy in all of it. Because at the end of the day, creating a bit of separation feels a lot better for you, right? It does do you good. And so they're actually showing me, like, it's interesting. I don't normally get like time. Sometimes I get timelines, but I'm getting this, like, sort of this it's like a blackout part of the timeline where I do see you stepping away more, where it's like, okay, I'm almost going to, like, turn off connection for a little bit. And in that time frame, you're going to keep doing what you're doing to build up that protection, take care of yourself, keep a distance. But I do see that there is a time, or, a timeline down a little further where you might be more open to a bit more connection then. But for the, close future, it's better for you to keep that distance in that space. So what you're doing is good for you. But it doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way. It's like, right now, what's happening, what you're working through, all of these things, it is better for you to, take that space. And you don't owe it to anybody to explain yourself either. There's something there where it's like, okay, I have to explain why and all of these things. They won't understand anyways. They won't get it. So you have to do what's right for you no matter what, and trust that what needs to happen will happen, and I'm not saying that the outcome is going to be, oh, they're going to,
Right.
realize, hey, oh my gosh, I screwed up, or I've been being this way and we need to change. No, but it is more so for you. But because I do see a bit more connection, later, there might be a revelation on their end or something like that happens. That's like, hey,
Do you want to know what I think is going to happen?
okay, tell
This
me.
is what always happens. Someone else is going to tell them exactly what I told them, and they're going to go, oh. I'm going to be like,
Oh,
really?
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. But you really do have to protect your own boundaries, because if you continue to give that, they're just going to walk all over you, right? They'll take advantage of that. And yeah, it's a weird game. It's kind of like, I don't want to
For
call it a
sure.
game.
No, it's a game. I have not. So I've spent my whole life trying to, like, the struggle has been, what is this? So then and you're right, it has been like, I got to figure it out. I got to understand it. I got to put a name to it. And then I'm slowly coming to this place where I'm like, no, I don't. All I know is it feels unsafe. and I don't need this.
Yes.
And and they don't understand. And I know that, and I can tell you all the things I think they're thinking regardless. Shoot, I had a point. Yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think that is, on a soul level. Whenever I'm looking at this higher self level, we want to rise above it. On a soul level, you need that protection. So give it the space and the time, quote unquote time, and just allow, because it's out of your control. You can only control you and your energy and your choices. And at the end of the day, this is kind of an energy siphon. Even if it's like at this point right now too, it's almost like even if you're not actively speaking to people, it's something that's weighing on the back of your mind. Like it's always in your energy. So this is probably when I was just checking in before, there's some negative energies heavy in your field right now. This is probably what we're going to be finding and we're going to do some clearing of that. Yeah. My pendulum right now is like, wow, yes. Probably, yeah, we'll clear some of that out so that at least you're not you're very empathic as well. Very empathic. So like you're carrying a lot of your family's shit, like you're just like, okay, I have taken it on. Because, at the end of the day, you do really love them. I feel a lot of love in that space. But it's hard. It's hard to like show up in that. Yeah. Yeah. Because you feel like they've kind of done you wrong a little bit. It's like, okay, well, but there is love there underneath too. So, yeah, your energy needs to be really protected here, especially because of how you take on other people's energies. Yeah. And that's why it's so interesting that like it's beautiful that you have your dog because it really does lend to this flow of energy, which is really, really good. Okay. Yeah. And also, so I'm also getting, so when I connect with your ancestors as well, they are sure, like they're confirming that they know what your family's doing.
Okay.
It's so funny. When I connect with people on the other side, it's like they have awareness that often the human self just does not have. So they're showing me, they're like, yeah, we see it. Yeah, we know the patterns. We know like all of the programming and all of that. We get it. And so they're here to support you and to guide you through it. And yeah, they're just showing like, we know this is their journey. This is your journey, And it's funny that they're so gravitated towards you. And I don't know if that's because you're so open or your soul is on a journey of like fast development. Like, I don't know if you felt in the past little while, especially sort of like major evolution. So like lessons that I'm learning and things that are like, okay, like we're on the fast train right now is kind of what you think. So they're surrounding you right now in this like, okay, we're going to support you because you're on high speed right now. Yeah. Yeah. If you felt that. So, okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap into the energies that are showing up in your field. And then if you have more questions, just let me know. Okay.
Sure. I can think of two more.
Two more. Okay. So the first one that's coming up is helplessness and victimization. And I'm just going to see, okay, this doesn't belong to you. So
I was going to say, is it mine or is it somebody else's?
Yes. Okay. And this is, yeah. So I am getting, this is family energies that you're taking on here. And I'll decipher for each one too, whether it is yours or whether you're carrying it from somebody else. Not that it really matters at the end of the day, that the ego likes to know. It's like, is this mine or something, totally. We're going to clear it regardless of what it is, but it is good to know sometimes the source, is this my own energy or is this something that I need to protect myself from directly? Conflict and negativity, intolerance. Yeah, the intolerance is on your end of it, right? That's more so like, can I be with this? No, your nervous system is a little jacked up and like, no, I can't. This is kind of, it's tipping the scale a
Yeah.
little bit.
I have been tolerant for
Yes.
decades.
Yeah. Yeah. But you shouldn't have to be, right? I think that's the thing too, is that like I don't want to be tolerant anymore. Yeah. And there is a bit of guilt and shame there that is coming up too. And yeah, that's showing as yours as well. I'm getting coercion and manipulation. Yeah, not yours. Okay. Injustice. Yeah, from the outside. Usually injustices are coming from the outside. Let's see. Forgotten and forsaken. Do you feel like you're a little bit of like the black sheep in the family? Okay.
Oh, yes.
I kept getting that, but it's not like the question I love to ask people. It's like, do you feel like an outsider? Yeah, that's definitely kind of the energy coming up. And you know, the ones who are doing the work, they tend to be the black sheep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some complaining and suffering. There's a lot of energies in your field right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm getting to that the complaining, the suffering side of things is yours, right? So that's something that is showing up is not coming from the outside, not somebody else complaining on you, but you know, you're feeling that like I don't want this anymore, you know. There's frustration and resentment.
A lot of that came out yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and let me just see, is that a deep? No. Is it more on the outside? Yes. So about like middle of your field. So I get sometimes like some of these energies are very deeply rooted. So things that you'll be like carrying for a long period of time, or it's something that like is going to take a while to like really process. And one session might not, you know, get it all out of there. And then I see things like, okay, on the very peripheral, if the energy is just kind of hanging out, that's usually when I see it like, oh, you're just kind of picking things up from your environment. So yeah, frustration, resentment is kind of like here. So it's probably something that you know you're aware of, you're like working through, things like that. Well, when I see them closer to you, sometimes that means that maybe you're not aware of it, or it's been more challenging to work through, things like that. Okay, anything else? No, that is all. Okay. So whenever I tap into the energies that are showing out the negative, I don't like to use negative, positive per se, but you know, let's call them like codependent patterns type of thing. When they're showing up, I always like to check on the more positive energies too that might be missing for support. So we'll call in those energies that will be supportive for your system too as you move forward. And then what we'll do is we'll get into some of your other questions and we'll do a divine reset at the end too. Okay, so gratitude is coming up. Gratitude is always just like the highest vibrational energy. So that one comes up. Yeah. Involvement and supportiveness. You want to call in support. So when I see that and a message is kind of coming through is like, you don't have to do this alone. You know, you can ask for help. You can, and whether that's from like a physical person or whether that is, you know, from spirit, whether that is whatever, right? Where it's like, okay, I don't have to deal with this like all by myself. I can call in that support. Health, vitality, and wellness. When I see that typically, and I mean, what's coming through is that this has taken a toll on your health, you know, nervous system related too, but you know, I'm also getting chest, like heart space, heart chakra, and yeah, just to be aware of that too, that when your stress manifests, it shows me like a heaviness in your heart space, and lungs too. So I don't know if you were sick a lot over the winter.
No, I actually wasn't sick at all.
Okay.
Everyone else was sick.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So it's funny too, because sometimes it's like being sick can be a good thing because it's your body's working through it. Sometimes if you're not sick at all, it's like your body's not actually processing it too. So something just to be aware of, like to have like a cold or a flu every once in a while can be a good thing, right? It shows your immune system's like ready to rock. If you're never sick, like ever, sometimes that means that, okay, my immune system isn't mounting a response here. As my immune system suppressed, is the stress kind of taking over a little bit? So something just to consider with that. I'm not getting that you're like in really bad health or anything like that, but just the connection between the stress and not just like your mental health, but physical health too. Yeah. So, and just the chest. So when I connect to the chest and the heart, but also I was getting the lungs. So that's like breathing. I don't know if you have like a breath work type of practice. Yeah. Yeah. So that is really, really helpful that you have that for your nervous system work. So keep doing that. Yeah. Okay. Understanding and sympathy. Okay. And the last thing that's coming up is enthusiasm and excitement and zeal. So we'll add that in to call in some more of that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Do you have other questions you want to go through?
Yes. One was I just wanted to check in on my current operating methods of my voice acting trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, I don't know if accurate is the correct word, am I on the trajectory for where I want to go?
Okay. Do you have like I'm seeing sort of like a 3-year plan of some sort.
I don't know that I've put years to it. I just,
Okay.
Well, like I said, I bring my spiritual work into my voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to make sure that's correct.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For
Viable,
sure.
I guess maybe viable, or I recognize part of my concern is that because other people don't come from that vantage point, and I know people are going to be more like, well, that's not how you do it like this. And I
Mm-hmm.
will at some point need to contend with that. But fundamentally, it's not going to change how I do it. So I guess I want to know that the word just came to me was safe. It's not safe. I know that. But just is it good for me to do it like this?
Yes. So the word that I get is aligned. Is this
Great.
aligned with how
Okay.
you're supposed to navigate and like go forward? And yes, 100%. The like spirit and your guides even are like, stay true. Stay true to you. Like that is what's the most important out of anything here. Um, but they were showing me a 3-year plan. So
Okay.
I don't know if that means that you have ideas or they're showing me sort of within the next 3 years this is like the trajectory, right? So let me just ask that. Okay, so this is what I'm getting. The way that you do things in your business, the key is it might not land fully for people right now. 3 years from now, it'll be a totally different story. So that's what I'm seeing as the 3 years. And I know that feels like a really long time, but it's not.
It's
It's like,
not. No, I'm
yeah,
starting my 4th year, and I'm like, I feel like I just started doing this.
okay,
So it's fine.
yeah,
But that's what I mean, ultimately, and maybe this is really the question is how I handle this going to ultimately benefit other people as well, not just me?
hmm, yes. So that's kind of what I'm seeing about like the future, like where we're going as a humanity, right? And
Mm.
how we run things and how we show up and how we do things. Like what you're bringing in to your voice acting is what we need more of. And what we're going to see, there's going to be this like split of people who are doing things one way, and there's going to be people who are moving in this new direction and what like people in my community will call like the new earth, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, we're moving in this different direction of how we do things. And it is much more spiritual, right? It is much more, we're bringing in these different aspects. And more people are going to connect with that and want that. So there might be this opportunity where, And you kind of already said, did you say the word coaching, that you like help people
I mean,
a
I
bit?
don't coach like you coach. I coach like, let's say I'm on Reddit or let's say I'm on Facebook and someone asks a question. I'll be like, well, in my experience, and I will
Mhm.
share from my vantage point. I try not to say the same nonsense that everybody else says. I say, I've looked at this and this is
Hmm.
what I've come to about this.
Okay. So I see more of that happening. So I'm also getting 3 more years of experience is going to put you in a position where you will maybe mentor. Maybe you'll become somebody who helps other like voice actors or people wanting to get into the industry, and do it in a way that isn't like other people. So it gives you this edge of, okay, this is the differentiating piece. Um, that's I do see that as well. The mentorship. You're a natural coach. Like you're a
Mm-hmm.
natural teacher type, mentor type. Like people naturally come to you being like, what do I do now? And it's interesting, actually. I'm coming back and I have chills, which is always like my confirmation. This is why some of your family, they're a little threatened by your energy because you have that teacher, that mentor energy, and they're like, I don't want that. A little bit. It's a little
Mm-hmm.
bit like,
Mm-hmm.
this is too much. Like I want to stay the way I am and stay fixed, and don't tell me how to do things.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to look out any new windows. Like I'm good with how I live my life. So that's kind of coming up as, okay, well, you're here to help people that want to be helped.
Right.
To
Yes.
to mentor people that are like, tell me where to go, what do I do, like how did you do that? So yeah, I definitely see that, and it's that will come with, not that you don't have experience now because you have a lot of experience, but really like okay, now I have so
Well,
much.
then that's the question is can I expect, again, based on current trajectory, like bigger? The idea is to attract bigger projects, to not like
Mhm,
chase, but attract by
mhm.
the sheer virtue of how I do things,
Yes.
like almost word of mouth is
Mhm.
part of the experiment.
Right.
So I want to know if that's
Mhm.
effective.
Mhm. So what I'm seeing, and I'm just going to be like totally honest with what
Great.
I'm getting, is when you say bigger projects, what I'm getting is the significance is bigger. So the projects that you're working on are going to be more significant in the way that they're going to benefit others. It's not just like a flashy project that like is going
Sure.
to make a lot of money. It's going to actually like, there's a lesson in it for people, or like
Mm-hmm.
something deeper, like
Right.
there's something that you're going to get a lot from it, other people are going to get a lot from it, like the purpose is bigger
Mm-hmm.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely what I'm seeing, um, which also I feel like is really aligned for how you do things, right? It's like, if we're talking about alignment, you know yes, you want to be on a project and be paid well for your
Mm-hmm.
services, and that's important, and you will be compensated like very fairly. But even more importantly, it's like, I want to do work that makes me feel good at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. I don't want to be a voice actor for some project that I know like is pretty dark on the other side.
Right. Right.
Hmm. You
Absolutely.
want to be like in the light, doing projects that have a higher purpose,
Mm-hmm.
and like contributing to something
Right. But
important,
also
right?
like the people involved,
Yes.
like bringing together the right combination of people. And again, I'm not talking famous. I'm talking like excellent people to work with.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So I see that. And it's like, if you stay true to what you're doing, that's what you're going to attract. That's what you're going to bring forward. Don't sell out for shiny things. And you might be tempted. There might be something that comes forward and you're like, whoa, that looks really good. But it kind of goes against like
Mm-hmm.
how I've been doing this. And I might have to be something I'm not. That you might be tested in that way. Um, so yeah, keep that into like take that into
Sure.
consideration too. because there's more fruit on the other tree at the end of the day. It might look like, more rewards, more fruit on the current tree, but then it's like, oh, well, you only get actually like this part of the fruit.
Right.
Do you know what I
Look
mean?
at the
Like,
fruit. Look at the
yeah,
fruit.
look at all the fruit. Look what you get. And then, it's like, whoops, bait switch kind of
Yeah.
thing. So
Sure.
stay true
Common.
to, and like, listen, follow your intuition too. That's going to be really, really important. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah. Can we change topic for a second?
Totally. Let's go.
Can we just look into my romantic relationship and see, because I'm kind of in that place with that where I'm like, how much of this is me? How much of this is him?
Mm-hmm.
What? Just what?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question.
Okay. Let's tap in. I'm going to use my charts a little bit for this too. Okay. So what is coming up is balanced divine feminine. So when again, this is pretty self-explanatory, but whenever this comes up, and it's interesting because one of the options in this specific chart is balanced divine masculine, but this really is you sort of saying, okay, where am I in my feminine in this relationship? And not that like you have to always be in your feminine, but enough for him to be able to show up too in his masculine. So like, where's the balance? Yeah. So I just want to tap into his energy for a second. Is he a pretty open, like emotional guy? Okay.
He is a stoic Sagittarius.
Stoic Sagittarius. Okay. So for you, I feel like this is a bit frustrating sometimes, because you kind of want a little bit more from that, right? It's like, okay, tell me how you're feeling. What's happening? I really see this pull for you, like complementary energy is emotional, right? Because, you're a pretty emotional person, but what's your sun sign?
Aries.
You're an Aries. Okay. So you're fire. So yeah, I feel like, okay, Aries, he's also fire. So yeah, now this is making sense. Yeah. You guys need some water. Yeah. You need a little bit of water for that balance, right? So I feel like you probably butt heads a little bit. Not that this is a bad thing, because you like adventure, he likes adventure. There's like things that you probably have a lot in common with, but the complementary aspect. So when it comes to like working through things, there has to be a bit of willingness to let down the guard a little bit and open up, right? And I think that would be something that, if you got together and were like, okay, this is what I'm going to work on, this is like maybe what we can work on together is, sometimes we can be pretty fixed, right? In our ways of being. And, it's like, well, I'm not emotional. So like, why would I try to be emotional? That's fine. But when we're in relationships, sometimes we have to take a look at, okay, what are the needs of my partner, right? And the same goes for you, right? So there is this, okay, what do you need from me just as much as like, what do I sort of need from you? So even though you are a fire sign, you are quite emotional and you're in touch with your emotions. And so sometimes it's nice just to have that bounce back a little bit, where it's like, okay, yeah, I see you, I feel you, I get you in that way. So that would be something that I would say is prioritize that in some way, whether it's like just talking about feelings a little bit more or creating space for that openness to happen, and maybe share just how important that is for you too. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not that he
Yes.
not that he has to like change who he is, but just every once in a while be like, when you're feeling a certain way, just share that.
Anything.
Anything.
Share
Yeah.
anything. That'd be great. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, we've known each other forever and ever, but we've been together 11 years. And I'm like, I really thought that this very specific thing would not be an issue after a certain point, and it just remains an issue. And it's one of those ones where I'm like, I don't know how much more of like putting
Mhm.
this on myself I can do,
Mhm.
uh, sir. Here you go. You can take that back.
And again, like full transparency and honesty, like this is something that would take a lot of work to balance. And we just have people in our lives that, sometimes they're here to show us what's there, to show us what we really need. And it's really about what are you willing to work through. If you like really, really love this person and you're like, okay, and not from a codependent place, but from a like genuine, yeah, like let's do this. Let's work on things. Let's practice these different things. Okay, move forward. Or do I want to keep doing this for the foreseeable future? Do I want to keep putting myself in a situation where there's more of a challenge than an ease?
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's where the balanced divine feminine comes in, is like there's a bit of lack of the balanced divine feminine because there's that lack of flow and ease, and you get to just kind of lean in and just feel that sense of being held and supported in your emotions too, right? It's nice to have somebody, and not just saying that he can't do that because he's a fire sign. Like
Right.
anyone can be in touch with their emotions, but it's like sometimes you have more of a challenge in that. So I think that what your soul, what your energy is showing for me is you want somebody that is going to be able to hold you in the way that you're looking, that can hold your feminine. Because too, like in a sense, you kind of run your business and you are out there and, have this masculine side like we all do of, yeah, like I work hard and I do the things and everything. But then the feminine side of me wants a partner that's going to support that. I don't always want to have to be
Right.
masculine and have to like support and hold everybody else all the time. That's kind of what's showing up.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I never thought of that energy as masculine. I always thought of it as like a nurturing, feminine, mothering.
There definitely is that aspect to it, right? There's the nurturer and then there's the provider. So they're very close, just slightly different. So I do get that even the nurturer, which is the feminine, still wants to be balanced in the way that it's like, I'm nurturing others, but I also want to be nurtured.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to be, taken care of. So yeah, that's kind of that balance.
I mean, I'm sure I could go on all day. My concern, or my when I imagine my happiest, best self, I am. How do I say the words? Money is not an issue. I am generating the money. Money is not an issue. Can you see, or can spirit let me know? Again, just back to like trajectory, am I headed towards that? Am I bringing it to me? Am I still blocked? Because it's not here now.
Yeah.
Let's bring that closer. How do we bring ourselves closer to that?
For sure. Yeah. And I think this kind of goes along with the purpose piece that's kind of coming through of the projects that you're working on. It's almost like what is security. So I keep getting this vision of like where you're going. It almost, and I don't know if this is you specifically. Let me just see. Is this Ash specifically, or is this, so collectively, it's like, yeah, if you're following in your purpose, you're connected with and aligned with what you're meant to be doing and your truth, and everything is coming through in that way, I keep seeing this future of money doesn't matter in the way that it does now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even though it's like, okay, yes, what you're meant to be doing right now and that you're probably already doing is just continue to activate that safety within you. Like, I am fully safe. And however that safety is going to show up, will show up. Yeah. Because it's not like I'm seeing this massive influx of like cash, like, or like money, but I see you being fully supported. Like, I see you feeling safe. And so it's kind of weird, but the vision I get for like financial, like security and safety is always this like grassy meadow with like abundance. It's like not the financial abundance that we think of, like, okay, my bank account is full of money.
Right.
It's like I'm out in nature with all of the leaves on the trees and so many flowers and animals, and the grass is so green. And so like that is like the energy of abundance is there for you. I just don't know what that's going to look like for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
So it's the energy I get is don't worry. You don't have to worry. So let go of the fear, of the worry, lean into, have that mantra of like, I am fully safe. I am fully supported in all of my financial endeavors and everything that I desire to do, really bring that in, because on a nervous system level, that's what needs the support, right? That's what needs that support. Because as soon as your body can feel safe, I don't want to say calm, because we don't have to feel calm to feel safe.
Right.
You can feel happy and excited and, all of that to be safe. So we want to bring in that safety and that security energetically. And that's what you're going to start to live into and move into as you move forward. And it might not look like what you expect. So also just be open to receiving it how you're meant to. I'm fully supported, whatever that looks like.
Right. I do enjoy the notion of just opportunity, things arriving, or people having something, being like, would you like to come stay at my villa for a year? And yes, I would. Thank you so much. Like,
yes. This is also a big part of the balanced divine feminine too, is you're open to receive. So the more that you're able to live in that, not that you have to live predominantly in the feminine, but in that balance, remembering that like, okay, I am open to receive what is meant for me, for my highest self. My highest good is everything's coming through, everything's working out for me, everything is happening. And I release all attachment to the outcome, all attachment to how I think it needs to be or how I think it needs to look, and predicting the future, and just be open to receive what is meant for you, because there's a lot that wants to come through. You have your whole ancestral team on the back end, like supporting you. Yeah. Like guiding you, being like, okay, like you are really supported. So you just have to believe it in your body and in your being, and stay open to what's meant to come forward. And then, yeah, like staying true to yourself. That's like the equation. Like if we want to get analytical, mathematical, but like that's the equation for abundance really is, and soul fulfillment too. Yeah. Yeah. You have a beautiful trajectory, like a beautiful timeline. Like what I'm seeing for you is a lot of safety, a lot of security, a lot of abundance. It might just not look the way it looks right now, or in a 3D sense.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
So keep opening yourself up to possibilities, ideas, opportunities, people, spirit, and let things come to you the way that it's meant to.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's do this divine reset, and then we'll close off. Okay, so I'll just get you to repeat after me. We'll do the divine reset is basically we do a return statement. So we send everything back to spirit, and then we call in what is meant for you and lock that in. Okay. So this is the energy work, and the way that this energy work works is through voice activation. Words are energy, and by you repeating the words, you are actually creating that shift or that
Yeah.
activation
Okay.
in the energy. Okay. I now give back to spirit everything that does not belong to me,
I now give back to spirit anything that does not belong to me,
including the energies of
including the energies of
helplessness,
helplessness,
victimization,
victimization,
conflict,
conflict,
negativity,
negativity,
intolerance,
intolerance,
guilt,
guilt,
shame,
shame,
coercion,
coercion,
manipulation, injustice, forgotten, forsaken, complaining, suffering, frustration, and resentment. And take a deep breath in here and let that go. I forgive myself for taking on these energies,
forgive myself for taking on these energies,
and I release myself and all others involved
and I release myself and all others involved
to the care of spirit now.
to the care of spirit now.
And take another deep breath in and out. I now take back everything that does belong to me
I now take back all that does belong to me
and is in my highest and best good,
and is in my highest and best good,
including the energies of
including the energies of
gratitude,
gratitude,
involvement,
involvement,
support,
support,
health,
help,
vitality,
vitality,
wellness,
wellness,
understanding,
understanding,
sympathy,
sympathy,
zeal,
zeal,
enthusiasm,
enthusiasm,
and excitement.
and excitement.
And take a deep breath in and out. I forgive myself for giving away my good
Forgive myself for giving away my good
and reclaim all that is for me
and reclaim all that is for me
with this divine reset now.
with this divine reset now.
I ask that my highest divine blueprint
I ask that my highest divine blueprint
and consciousness on all levels of my being
and consciousness on all levels of my being
be restored.
be restored.
And I release myself and all others involved
And I release myself and all others involved
to the care of spirit now. And take a deep breath in and out. Nice. I'm just going to make sure we are 100% complete the divine reset. Yes, yes, yes. Excellent. Okay, how does that feel?
Feels good. Thank you.
You're welcome. There was a lot that moved there. So just a heads up, over the next, 24 hours, just be in touch with your body.
Mm-hmm.
You want to drink lots of water. Not saying that you will, but you might feel a little bit more tired. You might feel more energized. You might notice a shift in some way, and just be aware of that, and don't try to like push through something, or, if you need to rest, and just listen to whatever your body needs to. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to go over or share, or anything before we close off?
No, just the timing of this was quite excellent. I've had a lot of frustration and resentment at my job
Mhm.
that came out. A lot of things came out yesterday, and albeit I feel like I handled myself well and better than maybe I would have done in the past. Still
Good.
things to, look at, because I struggle a lot with, one of the family things I think, and just in general, is feeling that my feelings are valid.
Mhm.
and I don't have to have it all understood. Like I used to think, oh, I have to understand why I feel this way in order to validate why I feel this way. And now I'm like, nope, just mad. I'm having resentment. The end.
Yes. Yes.
So, let's just say it's just excellent timing, and it's always good to get validation of the team.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, I think that's it.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Ash. It was so nice to connect with you and your energy and your ancestral team and everything going on. It's really great. And your dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Give her a little pet for me.
I will. That's so funny. She's so funny. She is very much like, she is next to me all the time. She's probably not in here right now. She's next to me all the time. But if I try to like cuddle her, she's like, no, that's not what this is. And she will get up and walk away from me.
She's got a job to do. She's like,
yeah,
I'm here to work.
Yeah, something. It's funny. Okay, but I will let you go. Thank you so much.
And that's where we'll close this session. If you've made it this far, take a moment to notice if anything landed for you. Have you felt any shifts? What resonated or what brought something into your awareness? These sessions are personal, but they're never just for one person. There's always something here for you too, especially in the places that made you pause. If you're feeling the pull to go deeper, you can find more about intuitive soul sessions, the mind, body, spirit method, and conscious coaching in the show notes. You could also book a session for yourself, or if you're feeling called to learn how to hold this kind of space and do this kind of work with others, you'll also find information on the Conscious Coaching Certification Program. And if this episode spoke to you, I'd love to hear from you. Make sure that you're following the podcast, leave a review, and share this with someone who needs it. We'll see you in the next episode.